You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live This Week, featuring news and commentary on This Week in Black Hollywood. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live This Week, Derrial, Christon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching Black Hollywood Live This Week. I am your host, Derrial Christon. Here joining me in the studio today is the lovely Courtney Stewart doing her little shoulder dance.
What's up, everybody?
Also doing his shoulder dance is DJ Jesse J.
What's up?
On today's show, we have
Stevie.
You're doing Stevie? A little Stevie Wonder? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I did the snake and Stevie. Does Stevie do the snake?
No.
I don't know if Stevie does. He does the
all in the
side,
hair.
but I don't know if he does the snake.
Yeah,
It's all right. We
he
doing the
does
Soul
hair.
Train, I guess, more like it. All right, on today's show, we have a variety of different topics, including Whitney Houston's biopic cast is announced.
Well, Whitney's announced.
Well, yeah.
No.
I wouldn't say the cat.
All right, well,
Some of the
Whitney
the
has
most
been announced.
important.
The most important spot has been announced. Beyonce catches heat over Blue Ivy's hair.
Did she ever?
She did. And a black student in Iowa is forced to call his teacher Massa.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know what to say about that. Oh, actually, I do know what to say about that.
Right, I'm like, I hope so. You did your
Don't say a
research.
whole lot
Right.
about it in a little
But
while.
first, I'm going to read last week's results for the BuzzMeter question, which was, do you agree with President Obama's decision to release prisoners in exchange for an American soldier? You guys voted. 58% of you said yes, and 42% of you said no.
It's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
It's a
It is
hard
what-
question to kind of.
It is.
Well, there's so much
Think
back and forth
about
with
it,
it
yeah.
too. So
Yeah, all kinds of craziness going on. And
It's hard to not go. It's hard to go against your nation though, and be like, you got to support your president.
soldiers. and
Support your pres.
president,
yeah, I'm just kind of happy actually that because of the fact that there's been so much back and forth about prisoners and Obama's plan to release prisoners and to end wars. I'm happy that it's closer than being too far apart.
Yeah,
for
that
yes.
there's not
So
like a huge.
it's not a
portion of
huge
people
gap.
that are separated. Like we're evenly split. But that also almost makes it harder to make
Yeah.
a decision.
Well,
because
that's true.
that's why people are freaking out right now with the whole Iraq thing.
That
They're
is
like,
true.
are we going to send troops? No, we can't send troops.
Right.
President Obama said today, we ain't sending nobody.
He's saying we're sending a new body.
Y'all on your own, figure it out.
That's
We
true.
need to just get a groundhog for everything. Make our decisions.
right. Right.
Just stop blaming it on somebody. Be like, oh, he looked to the side.
Right, we
y'all.
can't say that.
Like,
I mean,
sorry,
the
whoops,
groundhog.
my
We
bad.
can help it. The groundhog spoke.
Well, our BuzzMeter question for today is something that we'll be discussing a little bit later, which is, should Beyonce take control of Blue Ivy's hair?
Oh my
You guys let us
God.
know what you feel about her hair, and we will read the results next week.
Oh, God.
All right, first up, we're going to talk about trending topics with DJ Jesse J.
So the Whitney Houston biopic.
Oh, Lord.
It's coming out. It's going to be on Lifetime. It's being directed by the one and only Angela Bassett.
That's exciting.
That is. It's for her
It's
directorial
interesting.
debut,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah.
interesting
Directorial
to me
debut.
that this is. I just don't understand why.
Why
Why
she's
it's happening
directing
at
it or why
all?
it's happening.
I just feel like this is such an important, like a big movie, kind of like it's the first movie to come out about Whitney
Yeah.
Agreed.
since Whitney.
Yes.
So the only relevance I can see, I mean, I don't know, maybe Angela Bassett is an amazing director.
It's her debut.
know,
so
it's her
the
debut,
first
so-
time she's done something big.
And it does have a little tie back to her. She said she could really relate to her role as Tina Turner. So I think maybe she's trying to recreate a little bit of something there.
Yeah.
Maybe. But Whitney was casted, and it is none other than Yaya DaCosta. Her first thing you might have seen her in was America's Next Top Model, Cycle 3.
She was
She
second
She was
runner-up,
second
right?
place. She lost
Yes.
to Eva Pigford, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure did.
Which I wanted her to win.
I did too, sort of, but she was real stank back then, so I was
She
fine
was.
with Eva.
She was a
Yeah.
little bit.
But Eva's the stank one now.
Oh.
Oh.
But let's see. So she's going to be playing the role of Whitney Houston. She's very excited. Angela Bassett came out to say, I have such regard for both Whitney and Bobby's amazing talents and accomplishments. I feel a responsibility in telling of their story. Their humanity and bond fascinates us all. I'm beyond excited to have this opportunity to go behind the camera and into their world.
Who's gonna play Bobby?
Okay, so
That's what I'm-
I did like this whole little casting. I'm just gonna. This is who I
course you
would.
did.
This is who I would like to be cast. All right, I'm not hating on Yaya. I think she's a great actress. She's gone on from America's Next Top Model and done some
And done some
amazing
good
things. But personally, I think that they should have got Monica to play Whitney Houston because Monica
Yes.
always embraced Whitney Houston and always that was her kind of like her mentor.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen her act, you know, and she's not bad. And I think that she would have embraced that role. And I don't know why I could see her like playing a drug addict for some reason. I know that sounds bad, but I could kind of see her embracing that role and playing it. No, not in a bad way. I'm just saying like I think she could pull it off.
Well, you have some high
That's
regard for
random.
Monica's acting ability.
Well, and her and the singing.
I'm
no,
trying
no,
to think
The
of-
singing
No, but the
I would
singing
get,
too, but
and
I was
the
thinking the
passion
singing.
from that.
Yeah,
But
and the
That
singing.
was my thing with Yaya. I'm not sure about her singing, and like I don't.
Right?
know.
Are they gonna
It's kinda
dub the whole
weird
thing?
and-
Are they
Wait,
gonna use
When
just Whitney's
J.Lo
voice?
did Selena.
Oh God.
Okay, but I'm just saying, it was an epic movie.
Right.
When J.Lo did Selena, J.Lo didn't sing none of those songs.
But when Angela did Tina, she did sing.
Well, I mean, Tina Turner's voice is not
Well,
really.
that's the thing. Well, I don't think. They
But
can
Angela,
let-
did
Yaya
she
can't
do
sing.
all of the? She didn't do
did
all of it.
vocals,
Did
I
she?
believe.
I mean, it's Tina Turner, though. You know what I mean?
It's,
like,
not, it's definitely not. A
It's not Whitney.
I don't
Whitney
think
is-
she should sing.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think whoever does it should sing.
right?
It would
Yeah.
be like. But
I,
at the
I still
same
think
time,
that
I wish
Monica
they
would have
could
been
sing.
because she would have been great with doing the actual singing.
See, I know.
as
I
well.
don't. I would not want to hear Monica sing a Whitney Houston song. I think Monica would have
Oh,
been
see,
good
that's-
in her presence because Monica has that presence of a grown woman, of a queen, almost like when Whitney spoke, it was very like that voice.
There
And
was
Monica,
something regal about.
yeah, Monica
Whitney
has
that
that
Monica
regalness.
has.
She has that regalness, and she's got the hood too.
Yeah.
And the hood.
She's got the
That's
hood.
other thing.
That's important.
Yaya doesn't really have
That's
that.
important.
No, I don't know
Yaya
what the
doesn't
girl
have that
from
to me.
YouTube is, but she plays like Beyonce. She does like a Rihanna impersonation, and she does a Whitney. She should have gotten cast
She
because
should've
she
got it.
can sing like Whitney. I can't. I'm gonna get her name. We're gonna play a clip.
Here are
next
my
week.
other ones. Okay, so I think
You gotta get to the rest
I
of
gotta
them
get to the
now.
rest of them because I know we got
Because he
topics
really
to move
sat
on.
up
I'm really
all night.
excited about this, right? You can
I
tell
love
my
this.
enthusiasm about this.
Hardcore.
All right, I think Bobby Brown should be played by Chris Brown.
I thought that too as a joke,
No.
but no, he's not.
I think he can embrace that
He's
role
too
though.
young, though. He's too young.
That would ruin his career
Nah.
for Chris. That'd be so bad for his career.
It would be bad.
It's
because,
basically
yeah,
saying like, okay, well, you are
he's playing a
acknowledging.
beater, like an abusive situation. No, it's not a good idea for him. But I think he feels
I think he
too
could-
young to me. I know they got together and Bobby was a little bit younger than her, and it was.
Yeah.
But I feel like Bobby was still like.
I just feel like he has
30.
that energy, that rough edge energy that he could bring to it. I mean, it's something.
interesting.
It'd be interesting. Okay, Sissy Houston, I think Loretta Devine or
I'd buy that.
Octavia Spencer, or really, honestly, I know she's directing, but I think that Angela Bassett would slay it as
She
Sissy.
could be.
Ooh,
Sissy.
that would
Sissy.
She'd slay
I
it.
could see that.
John Houston, I think should be played by Forrest Whitaker.
Okay. Bring the whole
Um,
Butler family back together.
Clive Davis, I think Kevin Costner should play that role.
Oh, that's a
And
good
bring
one.
him back from the bodyguard and do that little, he loved Whitney. You know what I'm saying? He spoke at the funeral. I
Oh,
think
we got
that'd be
the
dope.
All-Star cast.
I
All-Star
like
cast.
it.
Okay, got two
Okay,
more.
he would tell
Okay,
everybody.
Bobby
All this for a
Christina.
Lifetime movie.
I
Huh?
know.
Well, no, true. Yeah, but I wanted just to,
This will be for the real movie.
This is a real movie. All right, Bobby
Yeah,
Christina,
20.
I think Keke Palmer could pull that off.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Keke Palmer.
That means the movie really went all the way till now.
Yeah.
It's Keke grown.
It's Keke, right?
Yeah.
And then Dionne Warwick, I think I put like Holly Robinson Pete because there was rumors that they were, like that they were doing like this projection on who would play.
That's interesting.
her,
For the
and I-
eyes, yes.
that's what they compared it to, the
Yeah,
eyes. And I was like, that
that's
kind of
interesting.
works.
That could
It kind of
work.
works. It kind of works. I don't know. That's Derrial Christian's Whitney Houston cast
Y'all let us know what y'all
directing
think about
biopic.
his
Let us know what you
casting
think. Tweet
abilities.
me. Tell me I'm crazy and whack, or tell me that you like what I suggested. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm interested to see what Yaya did for them that they were like, "Yep, you're Whitney."
Me too.
I
mean,
doubt it was anything. I don't know that she auditioned.
she's great in The Butler.
I think that they just picked her.
Really?
I really do. I'm sure they had like a few people that they were looking at. She was
Wow.
available. It was a Lifetime movie. It worked. And not that she's not talented. I think she's talented. It'll be interesting to watch.
All right. Well, something else that was interesting to watch was the cover of Essence magazine.
Yes.
Some people loved it because it had 5 very handsome young men on it, and the other not so much. So, on the cover, it was the cast of Think Like a Man 2. Well, some of the cast. It was all of the African American cast, and some of Essence's readers got a little upset. They went on to say, visibly missing from the cover are Think Like a Man stars 1 and 2, Jerry Ferrera and Gary Owen. If you've seen the first film, you know that both characters are just as much stars in the film as their black counterparts. In fact, Ferrera's wife in the film is Gabrielle Union, and she was featured on the women's cover.
Yeah.
So this was like a 2-cover special where it was the women and the female. Gary has been heavy in the black culture for some time, once hosting BET's Comic View. He even has a black wife from Compton in real life. Neither Jerry nor Gary were featured on the cover, nor included on the spread inside the magazine. It begs to question, does the exclusion of the non-black characters seem a bit racist to you?
I think.
Well, all right, so before you say it, let me read some of the things that Twitter had to say, because Twitter actually agreed with this woman. Twitter went on to say, I wouldn't expect the 2 white actors to be on the cover if they didn't have leading roles, but at least Jerry should have been included, as he had the same screen times as the others and was just as important. I won't be supporting this issue. I would have. It would have been great to cover had all the male cast members been represented. Hashtag diversity and hashtag inclusion should apply across the board, not just when it pertains to minorities. If this was a white magazine, we would be saying the opposite. Go.
I agree with both of those statements. I think that the state that we're in right now with Essence, I think that Jerry could have been on the cover as well. He was in both movies. And Italians, you know, look at the Bronx Tale. They say Italians are like black people. So it's like, you know, we're intertwined a little bit. But no, all jokes aside, I think that, of course, he should have been on there. He's a prominent cast member. Absolutely, he should have been on that cover as well. I don't think that there would have been a problem with anyone even thinking twice about it.
I would like to believe that there was a scheduling problem, and that's why it worked out the way that it did, but I doubt it. I don't understand.
Well, Gary tweeted it out and said, for everyone saying this is racist, that's ridiculous. Me and Jerry are filming a Basque sports commercial. And so that's why they weren't in it, supposedly.
I mean, it's possible just because of the amount of people that are required for the cover. I mean, that's what, 6 dudes?
Well, he said that they requested 5, and he said so the spots were filled. That's what he wrote on his Instagram. There were 5 spots to be filled. They got the 5 spots. The cover looks great. It's not, he says it's not racist. I'm just like...
Is it racist or is it just an unfortunate oversight?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's. I don't think it's racist to be racist. I think, in a sense, it is. It's probably, you know, we're an African American magazine. This is the picture that we want to put out there. Oh, look at these magazines. You know, they put on, you know, have full white casts on the front of theirs. Why can't we do that? So I can understand that part.
I mean, that's a different argument.
But then we're in the same circle. We're in the same boat, and it's like, well, all right, if you're gonna do that, then don't be mad at this doing this over here. But to include the cast.
Well, we've had this argument or this type of argument on the show before. I think that if for Jerry, he is a prominent member, as I was saying, as we're talking about here, he fits into this mold. Now, if it's Jerry by himself on the cover of Essence,
exactly.
That's another argument,
no. I don't think it's a black magazine. No, that doesn't go with it. But he is part of the cast, just like any other ensemble cast. I mean, I think it fits. You know,
and how is it 5 spots? Like, are there?
They could have squeezed him right above Kevin Hart's head.
Like that,
I'm sorry.
The whole spot thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, if he was shooting something and then coordinating, because you got to coordinate the schedules of 5 men, 6 men
who
to
are
do
in the
shoot,
business,
and it's, you know, it's a deadline type situation. Like, they have to do the shoot when they can do the shoot. So if it was a scheduling issue and that's why he didn't end up on it, and he's like, you know what, guys, they needed 5 people, they got them. I didn't have time. Like, fine, because it could very well be he didn't have time to do it. He's like, Essence, that's not really my target market as an actor anyway. It's not that big of a deal to him. Fine. But if it was literally them just wanting the black guys, then that sucks.
I mean, I don't see the demographic thing happening, because if he's been in that world, I would say that his PR people are probably like, oh, that would have been real cute if you'd been the white boy.
Well, it might be him, like, thinking, though, like, he doesn't want to get pigeonholed in the black market. Like, because he doesn't want it to be seen, because it's kind of looking like it's a black movie, and he's just, you know, he enjoyed it. It's work for him. But other than that, like, to promote on, maybe it's not in line with what his PR wants him to be doing right now. I don't know. I would like to give the benefit of the doubt and assume that they aren't purposely trying to leave out the white cast member.
Well, Essence, I'd be
really
interested to hear what...
that there's a white cast member to begin with, married to a black girl.
Right.
Because we don't get that.
Well, listen, if his PR, if it was the case where his PR was nervous about him being on the cover, then he should have never been put in the movie in the beginning.
Well, I don't don't necessarily say nervous. I just mean that if that's not what their plan is for him. Like if he started out in BET's Comic View and moved into and then he's got this big movie. It's a big movie for him, but they may not want him to just be classified as a black movie.
Well, then they shouldn't put him in the movie.
But there's black people that are in black movies that don't want to do that because then they feel like they can't cross over. Think Like a Man has actually been a fairly good crossover movie for people in general. Like it isn't necessarily just a black film, which is awesome about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those are things you have to be aware of because the industry starts seeing you like, oh, you're in those black movies, and maybe they don't want to call him for other things. So it's just something to be aware of. I'm not saying that that's what they did or what they chose or whatever.
Culturally, though, this would have been really interesting with one white man on the cover.
I agree. I think it would have been cool.
It really would have it would have been the minority for this book.
Yeah.
And
it would have been reverse.
Right.
I mean, how many covers do we as African Americans really get? So it would have been the reverse. You know, there's so many times that there's the one token black person on the cover of that whatever particular magazine, GQ, whatever it may be.
Michael Ealy's half, isn't he? So we got a little whiteness. Right.
You're right. Yes.
Let's see. They said 5 people. Like Kevin Hart only counts as half a person, so they could have really.
And moving on to the next topic.
Moving on to the Tonys, Miss Audra McDonald. She made history on Sunday, June 8th, when she became the first person to win 6 Tony Awards. She won her 6th Tony Award for her role as the portrayal of Billie Holiday in Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, which is playing at Circle in the Square Theater. She started crying. She thanked her mom, her dad, and in heaven for not obeying the doctor's orders and medicating their hyperactive daughter, but instead finding out what she liked and pushed her into theater. She stayed very humble, and I mean, congratulations.
She does her thing.
That's epic.
Tonys.
That's sick.
Okay, 6 Tonys.
I mean, that's sick.
She's insanely talented.
Yes, she is.
So, congratulations, Audra McDonald, for your 6th win.
Tony.
Keep it going. All right. Thank you,
Breaking
DJ Jesse.
records.
All right.
What you got for gossip?
What you got for gossip and rumors there?
Gossip and rumors this week. Well, there was a birth in the family this week on Monday.
You had a kid?
No.
You look really good.
But
I had a baby.
I just busted it out. No. My former sister in my heart, Lil Kim, back in the day when I loved you, and then you went crazy.
Wait, which version of Lil Kim?
I'm the 90s version of the Lil Kim.
Blonde wig Lil Kim?
I mean, I was okay when she went blonde that first time.
Notorious
or Junior Mafia Lil Kim?
I was Junior Mafia Lil Kim.
See, I was Notorious Kim.
I was Junior Mafia all the way. But I was cool with her when she came around with the second album, and what was that, 2000, 2001, with the blonde wig. She was a Barbie in the video. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
How many licks?
Does it take? Okay, so Lil Kim,
now the song's in my head.
We don't really know who Lil Kim is today because she's got a whole new face, but she's also
She's
got
an Asian woman,
baby.
Apparently. She got a baby.
She gave birth to a baby girl by the name of Royal Reign. She and her man / baby daddy, Mr. Papers, are super excited. Little 4'11" Lil Kim gave birth to a 6-pound, 7-ounce baby girl. Congratulations.
I hope that this changes her life.
Me too.
You know,
I like him. I like her.
I like her. She's a very nice girl. I met her and Mr. Papers.
Mr. Papers.
And what was your experience like with him?
Song? Like, who is he? Should I
I don't know who he is. He scared me when I saw him.
Why did he scare you?
Well, he wasn't staying with anybody else. He had like his own room, and he never came out of it really. And she would just go in there to see him, and he's very like to himself. And
is he a large man?
No, I mean he seemed like he was very in shape. And, but very quiet and to himself. But I mean, congratulations. I hope that this works. She just seems like a really cool person. She seems like she's just really about her friends, her family. She keeps them really close to her. She's very like kind of blocked off from the world. Yeah. So I think maybe this is what she needs for a change. You know, maybe this baby. I don't know their relationship. But, I mean... Well,
I think, Kim is approaching 40 or is 40 at this point.
She's close.
And I mean, now she's got all those jail legal issues behind her. So it's a new realm in her life. So I'm happy for her.
I'm excited. Royal Reign to rap again someday with her own face. Moving on.
I got no time. Okay, sorry. For fake ones. That's just popped in my head.
Just some Cristal off these real ones.
With these real ones.
Okay.
All right.
Next up, this week, the craziness has ensued.
Who you loving? Who you want to be hugging? No, sorry.
I have all kinds of stuff going on in my brain right now with Lil Kim.
Me too.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about somebody else. We're gonna talk about
ADHD gonna kick in.
everybody. We're talking about the demise of a relationship this week. It was very sad. J.Lo and Casper broke up.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I mean, it lasted way
Where's my
longer than-
violin?
It really lasted,
It lasted
longer
way
than
longer than any of us understood or thought or believed. It's been going on since 2011. But it got a little sketchy this week because word on the street was part of the reason they broke up was because these two transgender models have come forward talking about some inappropriate relations that they've had with Casper. One of them, a transgender bikini model by the name of Sophie Visa, claimed that she spoke to thedirty.com. That Smart, while still dating Lopez at the time, had asked her for X-rated pictures over Instagram and began to private chat with her. And then after she came forward, another transgender model by the name of Christina Marie claimed she'd been on a date with Casper in Miami and had an online relationship with him. Casper has denied Marie's claims, but not the Instagram sexting/video chat claims with the other model. But his fidelity has always been a question mark since about 2012 when he was seen leaving a Times Square peep show that shows gay porn. So it's been a little sketchy ever since, but the breakup kind of went semi-smooth because he got out of the deal some expensive gifts from J.Lo.
Some vehicles, right?
He got 2 motorcycles, a Jeep, and a Dodge Ram truck. So that's nice. And she seems to have gotten a new man, Maxim Shurakovsky, from Dancing with the Stars.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Some people are denying that it's actually true, but it's looking like Page Six was reporting and a couple other sources are reporting it looks like it's pretty much true. And she's just trying to downplay it right now because she just broke up with Casper. But apparently they met last year when they had to work together for the American Music Awards, and they've kept in touch ever since. And Maxim is like really hot.
Well, hopefully that works out for J.Lo because she seems
loves
to
a
go through
man.
relationships fairly quickly.
My God.
I mean, maybe I think she's just accepted that like she's not meant to be like held down, and she'll just get it when she can get it for as long as she wants to.
But look at the
and then when
men
she's
she
over
goes
it.
after.
I mean, she's one of those people that wants somebody that fawns over her.
Yeah.
I think.
And from what I understand, she loves to be in love.
Yes.
So-
she's one of those gooey people that like just likes the feeling and the tingling.
She can't find like a straight man?
But that
Ooh.
I'm just like
she
Well, who are
wants-
you not calling straight, Jesse?
Casper.
Besides Casper.
The other dancer that from what was his name?
Chris Judd.
Chris Judd.
Chris Judd.
Well, they
I
got-
mean, we've always
they got
questioned.
married.
I've
The other
always
guy
questioned
she married,
Diddy.
the first one. The first guy she married.
She just goes for iffy people. Ben Affleck is the only one that I'm like, okay, well,
I
maybe
didn't
not.
think-
But I'm
what's
sure
his
Ben
name?
Affleck got
Mark-
his
Mark-
Matt Damon
Mark
did
wasn't.
something.
I don't think Mark is
Mark who?
questionable.
Oh no, that was
Mark's
my
the man.
favorite
Mark's dope.
relationship.
Yeah.
I was
Mark
like,
is, like,
yes, girl,
weirdly
you can be a
sexy.
telenova show. Like,
You
yeah.
said. Now, hopefully Casper will save his money. You know, and he's a dancer, so hopefully he'll be able to use some of those vehicles.
Yeah. He
bet he
Or,
gonna
Sell them,
or
buy a
what he could
home.
do is he should take the deal that Vivid has offered him, or is offering.
Vivid offered him
Vivid
a
apparently
gay
has
porn
been
deal.
offering
Is
a
it
gay porn deal. They reached out to him to do a movie with some transgenders.
Oh,
Doing
and
the
apparently
most.
he hasn't returned the call. But
J.Lo promoted him to like head choreographer, so he has that on his resume. Boo, go choreograph something.
yeah,
Please
J
don't
Lo
go to
is gonna
Vivid.
make sure that does not happen for at least 2 to 3 years.
He probably
Right.
had to sign something.
yeah, he probably did. But
At
you know
the end
what?
of the
Claps to Vivid for always being on their
They're
game.
right
the
there. They
minute
find him, man.
the minute something happens, they are the first one to offer some money.
They
And they
s-
must be making a lot because they will offer those $1 million for you
offer.
as well.
They
They're
are
the next
making taps.
TMZ coming up.
They are the next
Watch.
TMZ.
Oh my.
Was it Steve
watch
Hirsch?
Vivid's,
Is he Steve
Vivid's
Hirsch's
gonna
president?
get
He's the man.
a cable network.
Oh goodness.
They're gonna get a network. Watch.
Oh.
Well, I mean, don't they already do some stuff with like they had a show on HBO, the making of
Mimi.
Debbie, the new Debbie Does Dallas or something like that. They had that show on. So I mean, he knows
He
what
knows
he's
his
doing.
business.
He knows his business.
And it's a business.
He's
Can
getting
you
all the
really
teen moms.
imagine
No.
Vivid the porn for?
I
Did you guys hear what the
don't wanna
porn name
imagine.
is for Mimi and Nico?
No.
You haven't heard it?
No.
From Love and Hip Hop?
No.
It's the Emancipation.
Oh, the
of Mimi.
Emancipation of
I'm
Mimi.
done.
Yeah. I
Moving
saw
on.
that. Yeah.
We
I saw
will
that.
not give any more.
I never
airtime
even.
to
I
that.
just made that up in my head.
Done.
No, it's something with because they were referencing Mariah Carey for
that's-
yeah.
Because that's
All
her
right, well, go
album.
me.
Emancipation Mimi.
Or
Dirty.
listen, you need to
Disgusting.
trademark that. Or
Over
something.
it. Done. I'm sure Mariah already did. Then she'll wear a Mariah wig and do a part 2 and be like, yeah, I'm really me. Anyway, moving on to the next controversy of the day, and it is Beyonce and Jay-Z. They are back in the news again because there are some broads out there that are hostile as a mofo that they do not comb Blue Ivy's hair. So much so that one of these critics, her name is Jasmine Tolliver, she decided, ooh, I ain't got nothing else to do in my life. I'm about to start a change.org petition because they need to comb this baby's hair. And the petition on change.org reads as follows. As a woman who understands the importance of hair care, it's disturbing to watch a child suffering from the lack of hair moisture. The parents of Blue Ivy, Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, and Beyonce have failed at numerous attempts of doing Blue Ivy's hair. This matter has escalated to the child developing matted dreads and lint balls.
Lint balls.
Please, let's get the word out to properly care for Blue Ivy's hair. And for those of you that have been on change.org and signing that petition, all 15 of you, obviously you support this and believe in this, but there are
really
also
only
those
15.
that thinks it's the most ridiculous thing in the world to have ever occurred.
I'm just like, Blue Ivy's hair is being taken care of better than probably half of the people in the world.
Listen, Blue Ivy's gonna be just okay.
Right.
I'm not too concerned about her hairstyle, but you know, in that black community, you know, it still goes back to It's like the Gabrielle Douglas when she was doing gymnastics during the Olympics. They were talking about her hair. We are very critical among
our
ourselves
peeps.
with our appearance.
So
Which
what do you
is
guys
hilarious though, because like every shot that they get, don't get me wrong, Blue Ivy's hair look wild and crazy.
It does, but
Ain't
she's
nobody
a
mad,
baby.
But she's a baby. Number one, she obviously probably looks like she got pretty coarse hair.
Yeah.
So she might be a baby that don't like to get her hair combed to begin with. So every time because every time I see her, it kind of like they started twisting part of it and then the rest of it is crazy. So she probably ran away and was like, no, you're not going to do my hair right now. And unfortunately for them, they get caught in every single moment where they've been on a plane. She was probably asleep.
Right.
Have y'all seen
She
a
could have
little
had a
black
hat on
girl-
or a cap or
a little black
anything.
girl wake up after her little plaits got braided up and then she went to sleep and took a nap and the thing came out? It's a mess. Like, I look crazy in the morning. I look like Blue Ivy. That doesn't mean
Will you
I don't
send us
take
a
care
picture
my
of your
hair.
morning?
Oh my God, Courtney, I'm gonna make a meme of this picture and say, no, bitch, you woke up like this.
If I don't cornrow my hair before I go to sleep, I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be one part this way, sideways.
I wanna
flat
see
in the
that
back.
picture.
Like,
We're
it's
gonna
a
post it
mess.
on Black Hollywood
Felicia
Live.
from Friday.
So done with black people hating on this baby's hair. Y'all know what black people hair do when they resting and laying around, and she 2 years old. Give her a break, okay?
For real,
Give her a
though.
break. And it's not dreaded up. You're not up on her hair to see for real what's dreaded and
lint.
matted.
Yes, but we as a people have hair issues. You know that we do not like our hair being messed up in public.
Of course, but see, that's the problem. We're thinking like when it's no joke. Like, you know, you go out, you're growing black, you better comb your hair, you better
Right.
brush your hair. But that's because you're going out. Her entire life is on camera. It's not like the random, like, she's at church today and her hair is a hot mess.
Right.
It is her existing in her day-to-day life that she gets caught on camera and people are judged. Like, her mama probably ain't got time to be like, okay, we got to get out the plane. Let me make sure I get her hair done before the paparazzi shoot her hair. Like, it's stupid.
The other thing I'm wondering is there like something that they know, you know what I mean, like naturally that this is good for a baby to not like do anything to the kid's hair or, you know, treat it a certain way, or I don't like, you know, I
Maybe.
don't.
I just think it's really just
'Cause I feel like
something
they're
simple.
into
probably
that
like,
kind of-
I think
listen,
she tenderheaded
she's
and
crying.
holler and don't wanna deal
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
right. Like, they're like, we getting off the plane or we're getting out the car. She just woke up. Let's just keep it moving.
Yes, and
Really?
for all of y'all
Humor.
that was seriously, because like there's nothing worse than a tender-headed baby that you're trying to do
Yeah.
the hair, like especially when it's coarse hair. You're just like they sobbing and crying
Yeah, I
and screaming
remember.
and trying to move. Hell, I do it now. And I'm grown. Like, I don't want to do
Being
it.
around my cousins and
It's
my sister, when they,
terrible.
it was a serious
And
situation when they were getting their hair
probably would
done.
rather her not be like all upset and crying and stuff when they get off with the plane with her. She already be mean mugging people. Like,
Right.
paparazzi will take a picture of her crying, then it'll be Beyonce and Jay-Z abusing the baby.
Right,
like,
that's
it's
true.
ridiculous.
Right, she can't win.
Leave her alone.
And once again, that baby's gonna have $1 billion in the bank. It's okay. She can get
And
her hair
y'all-
done every hour
Y'all
for the
seen
rest of her
Beyonce's
life.
weave. Her ish will be way better than half of y'all running around with weaves by
Okay.
the time she's 3.5. So stop
Right.
playing.
Blue Ivy gonna be
Stop
like,
playing.
Napu.
She be like, mm-hmm.
You
Just
said-
woke up.
You said
Mad
Napu?
now.
Just
Napu?
woke up from
I'm
one.
mad now.
Napu?
With my red toilet
Blade.
paper.
Right, my red toilet paper
Done
matching
with
my
that.
red hair.
Right.
Right.
Done. Anyway, y'all stupid. I'm sorry, you're not stupid. I just think it's ignorant.
People are so bored. They have nothing to do better with
She
their life than
obviously has
sit in
nothing to
front
do
of
with her life.
damn computer and write about damn Blue Ivy's hair.
2-year-old's hair.
Girl,
Now, Beyonce
why
was
don't you
running
write
like
about your
that.
life? How about that?
Yeah, tell us what's going on with you.
Because that's clearly what
Are you mad
need to
because
be.
you look like Blue Ivy too and you can't get it right?
Oh,
Is that what we should be asking?
All right.
Therapy. Hair therapy.
All right.
Did you wake up like this?
Well, thank you, Courtney. Is that all you got for
That's all we
Gossip
got
and Rumors?
for Gossip and Rumors.
Well, before we move on to Hot Topics, I want to remind everyone to go to iTunes, give us a comment and rating for all of our shows. We have over 20 shows right now. We have Fashion 411, which Courtney hosts.
Woo-hoo.
The Beat, which Jesse hosts. We have Portraits, which us three do together. Stand Up, Sit Down. Not Love on Top. Oh, yes, it is Love. Let's talk about sex. Excuse me. Let's talk about sex. We also have political shows all the way down to sports shows, Black Sports Weekly. So give us a rating and comment. I'm sure that if you look at our roster, you will find something that you like or that you're listening to. Let us know what you enjoy or don't enjoy so we can continue to give you better programming. So go to iTunes, look up Black Hollywood Live, and find your favorite show and give us a rating.
Check it out.
Check it out. All right, now we are going to move to the EUR Web Spotlight Story of the Week.
EUR Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
That's like my favorite. It gets me hype every time I hear it.
It's almost like Funkadelic.
How centric.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you guys heard about this story. There was a black student in Iowa who apparently his white teacher made him call him Massa. A student by the name of Jabray White, who was a senior at Roosevelt High School in Des Moines, Iowa, experienced racism when his teacher, Sean McCurtain, asked the senior to refer to him as Massa after the student were supposed to go downstairs in the basement to take a test. And when the student, who's Jabray, didn't realize that he was going the wrong direction, he apologized and said, I'm sorry to the teacher. And the teacher said, I want you to call me Massa, basically. So here's a clip of Jabray speaking about the story.
Oh, goodness. That's a pretty picture.
We will have
in the class downstairs for our senior finals, and I went to stop on the second floor, and he said, "Class, we're going downstairs, all the way downstairs to take the test." And I said, "Okay, yes, sir." He said, "Say yes, Massa." And I said, "Who the F are you talking to? You're nobody's Massa. This ain't the slave days. If you thought it was funny, it's not." And another student was with me, but she's shy, so she didn't say nothing. She was just staring. And another student was walking up to the situation, and he was laughing because his face turned red, but he was smirking at the same time. And as I was going off. And after that, we went and took the test, and I went to go tell the administrative staff about what was going on, but everyone was busy, so I came up the next morning and I told them about it. My face went from a smile to a frown real quick. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was hurt. It surprised me more, though. It took, usually I'm quick with coming up and saying something back, but after that, it took me about 5 seconds to I know he did not just say that. When I reported to the other staff, I felt like nobody believed me. When I told Mr. Blazevich about it, he didn't seem surprised about what the teacher said. He was more interested about what I said.
So that was
He was upset that I dropped
Jabray's
the F-bomb.
recount of what happened, which is just crazy that this is 2014 and the teacher would even have the audacity to say anything like that. But his mother, Nicole White, contacted the Reader's Watchdog, a column on the Des Moines, Iowa, it's called the Des Moines, Iowa Register, which takes issues forced and talked about by individuals who are Iowans. And the incident had been reported to school officials, and she wanted to know why officials would not disclose how they responded after McCurtain used the slave-era slur. Now, Roosevelt High School VP Joseph Blazevich said this. He said the incident was terrible and shameful, and added that the instructor was very remorseful. However, he noted that he could not say what disciplinary action was pursued because district personal matters are confidential under state laws. Now, that makes it a little bit more interesting because after this complaint, there are a little bit of flaws in this story based off of what the VP said, because White's complaint revealed contradictions in Iowa's laws regarding teachers. While Chapter 22 of the Iowa Code prohibits the disclosure of personal matters, Chapter 272 makes public the final written decisions of the Iowa Board of Educational Examiners. Now, the district officials did not deny the incident happened. McCurtain is still employed by the district. Nicole White, who's the mother, feels the teacher deserves more than a reprimand and plans to contact the Iowa Rights Commission and NAACP. McCurtain called the mother, Miss White, for an apology, and he said that he only meant the comment to be humorous. Now, Jabray is a great student. Apparently, he has been making a lot of strides in his high school. He was given the Wanda Everidge Award, which is a senior who best embodies qualities of respect and responsibility. He's going to Iowa State in the fall. Jabray also mentioned that he felt that Ms. McCurtain targeted him, and he would go simply to ask him certain things throughout his past couple of school years, and McCurtain always gave him some type of sarcastic remark, or he just felt like that the teacher was always after him. Now, the high school, Roosevelt, has 22% of the students are African American, 54% are white, 11% are Hispanic, and in the past 3 years, 3 of Des Moines' teachers out of 3,000 have been had their license suspended or revoked by the board. So what do you guys think about this story?
That's a mess.
I mean, it's just a mess.
That's a mess. I mean, I think he probably really did just think he was being funny and stupid. And I don't know if that's, I don't know, because it's weird. Like, is that grounds really to fire somebody?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
That's racism, pure racism.
I don't know.
It depends on the context. Here's my thing.
Massa, a student, a black student, a
okay,
white
but
teacher
I
saying
get
this?
that.
Entirely inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. I've just been in this exact situation before. I had a teacher back in the day. No one really cared for her because she just wasn't a good teacher. But there was something about her as a teacher. She was kind of just cool, and so the class, you would never take her seriously as a teacher, but you would go to the class and kind of just have fun with her and play with her. I don't know, like she was just kind of not all there. But she was cool, and she got into this incident with this kid there, and trash cans were thrown. He threw a trash can at her.
Wow,
And,
that's serious.
and yeah, no, and she said something about him being, you're acting like an aggressive ape or something like that. And
oh, jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, he literally threw a trash can at her head, you know? But she didn't even get mad about it. She just joked about it because it was just the way she was with everybody, you know? Like, I've heard him comment about her weight before. You know what I mean? It was just a weird situation. But he took that and ran with it. I mean, the woman was fired from the school. He took it to this whole thing that she's been racist. It just went somewhere where it really shouldn't have gone. I'm not saying that this exact incident is the same. I'm just saying I've been in that situation. So for me to hear Courtney say, you know, it could have been playful in that sense, I can understand that story. It's just not appropriate. You should, as a teacher, she shouldn't have said that to him anyways, you know? Someone throws something at you, you get them out of the class.
I want to make it clear that I'm not saying it is okay what he said,
right,
or that it was actually funny or anything. What I am saying, and this may make me sound racist, but I've met a lot of dumb white people in my life that say things that they don't necessarily ingrain the actual. It's prejudice, not racism, and I'll just leave it at that. But I will say, in this particular situation, if this teacher has made a student, because to me, it's less about him saying the Massa comment than it is about this student saying that every time he comes to this teacher, there's some kind of flippant sarcasm or something inappropriate being said, because that shows a pattern of discrimination towards this child for being a black student. So the comment itself is freaking ridiculous and stupid, but to me, the actual behavior of this teacher along the way and how that affects whether or not this kid is learning or able to learn or getting what he needs to learn is the real issue that should be discussed. And if that has been shown to be a pattern of behavior, I'm guessing he's not the only one that has experienced that. And for those reasons, I think that the teacher should be dismissed. But just to hang up on, yes, it is an asshole comment. It is totally not okay. And it's just like the kid said, like, did you just say what I think you said kind of situation? I think that is insane. But I think that we get caught on the one comment that was said, not the actual actions along the way that really mean something. And the actions along the way.
What actions do you need? He said, call me Massa. Like I hear you where it's prejudice and not it's prejudice versus racism. But to me, it's racism. That term was used by slaves slave masters. That's racism. That should not be even used today or as a joke at all.
Agreed.
If I had a kid
agree.
who they came home and told me that, I would be up at that school and I might get arrested. That's not funny. He should be fired. If just like anything else, if you are homosexual, if you are Jewish or whatever it may be, those type of things should not be used as jokes in a high school or any school, excuse me, not just high school, any school. It's not funny, and I think that people get a pass of saying things are humorous, and I think it's BS.
I mean, I would.
Nobody's disagreeing with
because
that.
now the more I think about it, all these sports coaches and things like that, that don't be gay, you're being a sissy, you're being that. I mean, it's in realms the same thing. I know the words are totally different, but I mean, you're picking on somebody in a sense and finding something that's hurtful.
I mean, it would be different if they were having a fight or it's not even acceptable. It's not right. Either way, it's not acceptable. It's well, I mean, like not a physical fight, like a dispute, like a verbal back and forth. And the teacher says something stupid because maybe the student said something stupid to him first. But this is just, the kid was just saying, he called him sir. What did he say? He called him sir, and he went to the wrong floor. And you say, call me Massa? Like, that's not funny. Like, there's nothing funny to me about that at all.
Not funny at all.
Especially like the fact that he said Massa.
Massa.
Not
right.
even like master.
Right.
Massa.
Like
Like
that.
that.
He knew he was talking to a black kid. Like, just like.
He should be fired.
Yeah.
And I think because I might take it a little personal too, because I went to a school in Ohio and I was one of few black kids, and there was a lot of inappropriate things I feel that were said. And it's okay because we were, oh, it's just humor or it's just a joke. And I think that that's hidden racism that people get to hide behind and say it's a joke, but they mean it. Like they say, every joke has an element of truth to it.
I completely agree. And I think that is also why I fall on the other side of paying attention to the full pattern of behavior, because I feel like people's own personal there are so many people that are prejudiced in this country, like that it comes out in random situations like that where he's just think it's funny to make a joke about slavery. Like, it's because they have internal prejudices that come out stupid. And it's hard because at some point, like, there's so many people that have that in them that we can't fire everybody. We can't, like, and so at what point are we gonna, it's not about just that, and that's my only thing. It's not just about the word, it's about what he's actually doing as a person with these students that we should be completely looking at, and not just be like, he said Massa, we done. That's over. Like, what else has he done? Who else has he affected? How else have these other people been affected? And that is a bigger story to me than just the fact that he said Massa. Because the fact that he said Massa makes him just a dumb asshole to me.
It's about looking into it. And I mean, because my thing is, when I hear the kid tell the story too, I look at it like, okay, you just admitted that you're really quick to come back with some. So if this guy's been picking on you for all these months, I'm sure you've had some wise remark back to him. So the fact that he then went on to say that he said, hey, oh, I'm sorry, sir, but you throw out these wise remarks. It's just, the guy's probably, however old, racist and prejudiced in his own mind or whatever, has carried his job and just thinks, oh, this kid's a clown or a smartass, and ignorantly used the wrong joke, and now he's going to suffer for it, or hopefully he'll suffer.
Will he really, though?
Well,
I mean,
hopefully they do some research.
Well, once she gets the NAACP involved, it's going to change some things up. It'll change some things up.
He's not the only kid that's been affected by this teacher. I bet money.
I agree. All right, well, we'll move on to a story that's a little bit more uplifting for African Americans. A deal with Nexstar Broadcasting Group and black media entrepreneur Pluria Marshall Jr. could double the number of black-owned TV stations. Nexstar, which is an American television broadcaster located in Irving, Texas, and whose portfolio includes 91 television stations across the U.S., plans to sell 3 Fox television stations to Marshall Jr. The deal is estimated at $58.5 million and is pending approval from the FCC. Now, Perry A. Sook, who is the chairman and president and chief executive officer of Nexstar, said this: "We believe the proposed transaction announced presents an ideal framework for introducing a new minority-controlled entrant to broadcasting and for bringing additional news, info, and specialized minority programming." In March, the FCC voted 3-2 to bar the shared services agreement like this, in which one station provides services such as selling advertising for another station. However, the FCC ban included language to promote waivers for joint sale agreements that would encourage diversity in media ownership. Cool. Now, this is a pretty cool thing. So, Marshall Jr. is currently the president and CEO of the Equal Access Media and has owned radio stations and newspapers. His father is the co-founder of the National Association of Black Journalists and an activist who challenged broadcast licensing. So this is a pretty great thing for a great opportunity for African Americans. The 3 Fox-affiliated stations include KMSS TV in Shreveport, Louisiana, KPEJ TV in Odessa, Midland, Texas, and KLJB TV in Quad Cities, Iowa. The deal comes at a time when minority ownership of broadcast properties has gone from 18, which it currently is at 0. So this is big.
Anything is up.
Anything is up. So this is big, and
Good
I mean,
to know.
this is good to know, and I'm glad that people are making strides in this business.
Kids out there buy a station.
And I mean, you know, we obviously have some of our leaders who have ventured off to create their own type of programming. Obviously, we had the leader of it all, Bob Johnson, who started BET. We have Diddy with Revolt, and we also have Magic Johnson with Aspire. But those are kind of on a different level, because I think that with some of those, there's, well, not BET, but there was still prior ownership or split ownership of things. But apparently this deal will give Marshall Jr. Control.
All right.
Control.
All
right.
We like that.
All right, moving on to our last story of the evening. A new research by Princeton sociologist David Padilla found that gay black men's salaries are in par with those of straight white men. The study included, 1, a resume test, which was supplying resumes to 100 of employers using names more likely to be stereotyped as those of white applicants. They also used names more likely to be identified as those of black applicants. On some resumes, Padula indicated that the applicant had participated in a gay student advisory council. The results showed that one applicant with the name that sounded like a black male who also participated in the gay student advisory council was more likely to be considered for the same starting salary as a heterosexual white man. Now, those presumed to be white and gay, and those presumed to be black and heterosexual were considered to receive lower salaries.
OMG.
Hey!
Now, Padula concluded by saying there's something wrong with it, but Padula concluded saying that there's some evidence that gay black men are perceived as less threatening, and that straight black men, the difference accounts for this pretty much because of the whole, you know, stereotype of black man being aggressive in the workforce, and there's intimidation of a stronger black man. So Padilla feels that because of the black man possibly being gay, that there's a little bit more of like, oh, he's gay, he's not as intimidating.
Which is crazy to me, because I know so many gay black men, and they are
aggressive. I know
very much so. Like, I ain't doing that.
Okay, to me, that is so wrong for so many reasons. But congratulations to the gay black men. At least you're making the money.
At least you're making the money, and you got to take the strides where you can take them.
But
right?
Shit, I guess I'm going for the right demographic.
It concerns me also, though, because it looks like they're trying to get their 2 notches. Like, see, y'all, we got a black and we got a gay.
Right.
We covered our bases. We're diverse.
Right.
And seen. Like,
we're done.
And seen. But still, my problem with it, though, is that the straight or heterosexual black men is still seen as being intimidating.
Because you're scary and you're black.
So
Look at you.
I mean, but
duh.
When are we going to get past that stereotype?
We're not. You're
Can
black.
we do a survey on that and a research?
You're black.
Okay, all right.
Derrial only scares me in normal clothes. When he's ever dressed for like the day, but when you see Derrial, like when he wake up or when he about to go to bed, I'm like,
oh yeah, I'm not a nice person. I'm not a morning person.
Derrial doesn't even have hair, but he be looking like Blue Ivy.
I got my inner Blue Ivy.
When you see Derrial come from the gym, he just be looking like, well, I don't know if I can Derrial. I'll give Derrial a high five instead of a hug.
All right, I'm not a morning person. I will admit that.
Black man. See,
and apparently at night when I'm tired, I'm not a nice black man either. I go for my angry black man all the time.
With his bowl of Cocoa Puffs.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, that is this week on your Friday the 13th.
Full moon tonight.
Full moon tonight, so don't
if you guys
do nothing
have
crazy.
crystals and energy and rocks, put them out in the moonlight.
Watch out for werewolves. Courtney, where can your fans find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starlet.
Jesse, where can your fans find you?
DJ Jesse J.
And you can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I want to remind everyone to go to the buzzer meter question, which is, should Beyonce take control of Blue Ivy's hair? We talked about it today. We gave our opinions. We want to know what you have to say about it. And that's about it for today. So we will see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
Later.
From producers Maria Menounos, Derrial Christon, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.